Now here's news you can use. This is what we hear. This is the buzz in the Devil's ear.
Good afternoon, Red Devils. I'm Nick.
And I'm Jasmine.
And these are your announcements for today.
This is your quote of the day. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all. Oscar Wilde.
That's right. You guessed it. We're hearing from yet another administrator. Last but not least, unless we're speaking in terms of stature, Dr. Parker.
Hey guys, my name is Dr. April Parker. I'm one of the assistant principals here at the high school. Most of you guys know me from last year, but for you new 10th graders, I want to welcome you to the high school and just let you know who I am. Today I'm kind of closing the loop on the student orientation sessions that we've been conducting with you guys the last few days. And I need to hit some things like attendance and skipping and early warning, truancy policy, the new policy that we got, and other just odds and ends. So just hang tight as we go through this, and it will all be over before you know it. First of all, one of the things I need to talk to you guys about is attendance. Now, you all know your job during the day is to be here at school. So the bottom line is, as far as the attendance policy, it's be here. Now, I'm not stupid. I know life happens and things have to take place that you can't always be here. We get sick, we have things to do. The thing that you need to remember is if you are absent, please bring in an excuse. That excuse can be taken to your first period teacher, and he or she will be more than happy to give you a student admit slip, and then your teacher can send the excuse up to Miss Beverly. But again, it is imperative this year because of the new truancy policy that you bring in an excuse. And I'll talk about that a little bit more here in just a minute. But that excuse also is your ticket in the door to get makeup work taken care of. So just make sure you do that. As far as makeup work goes, you guys know when you're out, you need to make up your work, because anytime you don't make up your work, you're given basically a 0 for that assignment until it is made up. And I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, a lot of times when people come to my office and have issues with their grades for that particular 9 weeks, it's because they had work that they missed when they were absent, be it from a field trip, a death in the family, they were sick, pick a reason, but they had an absence and they never made the effort to make up the work. Okay, please don't be that person. Make sure when you're out that you get with your teacher to make up your work. Now, the handbook, the policy is that you have 3 days from the time you come back to make arrangements with your teacher to make up the work. Not 3 days to get the work made up, but you have 3 days to make arrangements with your teacher. So make sure the day you come back from being absent that you talk to your teacher and let them know that, hey, I need my work, okay? Because ultimately it's your responsibility to get it done. The teacher's not going to come running down the hall begging you to do your work. So make sure you take care of that. And then your teacher can tell you when your deadline is for getting all of that turned in. But again, it's 3 days to make arrangements with each of your teachers to get your work made up. Now, let me talk for a minute about the new truancy policy, because this is going to be a big deal for some of you guys. And for those of you that don't remember, this is the form that your parents signed when they came in and registered you for school, acknowledging that they knew about this policy. Now, in years past, when you got in trouble for truancy, which is basically being out too many days, the system did not differentiate between an excused absence and a regular unexcused absence. So now this new policy does, okay? So we're looking at unexcused absences, which is why I said a minute ago it is imperative that you bring in an excuse when you are absent. So make sure you do that. We have a new juvenile judge now that is not playing when it comes to truancy, and he is dead set on making sure that you guys come to school and that you are here when you need to be here. So, in years past, again, it was just if you were absent, you were warned and that kind of thing. Well, now we're distinguishing between excused absences and unexcused absences. And very quickly, once you hit 3 unexcused days of school, you'll kind of be warned about, hey, Sally Sue's not been here, so we got some issues. After 5 days, the parents are going to be notified by the attendance clerk that there's a problem. Once we hit 7 unexcused days, okay, 7 is the magic number, and it used to be more than that, but 7 is the magic number. Once you hit 7 unexcused days, now you're talking early warning truancy program, which means, okay, now we're talking to juvenile court and all of that, which your parents do not want to do, okay? And after you go through the early warning truancy program, anything that is missed after that, you're going to court. So again, let me just reiterate, this judge is not playing, so make sure that you are here, and if you are not here, for whatever reason, please, please, please send an excuse. All right, enough of that. Now, one of the other things I need to talk about is skipping. Okay, now bottom line, the definition of skipping is not being where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there, period. Okay? It's an unauthorized absence. It's when you come to school and you decide, hey, I just don't want to go to 3rd period today. So you go hang out in the bathroom or wherever. You leave campus, make a run for the border, come back, whatever, okay? That's skipping. So that gets you in some serious trouble. There are consequences for that. It's things like ISS. Extreme cases, we get into out-of-school suspension. So bottom line, please, y'all, you know the right thing. Just be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Now, one of the things I need to hit on is the whole tardy thing, and I know one of the other administrators have already talked about this, but when the tardy bell rings, the teachers shut the door and you are now late to class and you have to come and get a pass from Miss Beverly. All right, so now you got to go back down to class and the teacher has to let you in or whatever. But if you are more than 5 minutes late to class, that is considered skipping, and your name will be added to the skipping list, and you will be punished for skipping that particular period, even if you are just 6 minutes late. Okay, so make sure you understand this. The other thing is, y'all know 4th period is funky, okay? You have 2 opportunities to be late. You can either be late to class, or you can be late from lunch, and you can be late from both, neither of which is good. All right, the thing that will dead set get you put on the skipping list is if you are too late from lunch. Now, right now, we're going to leave it as excessive tardiness from lunch, which is going to be determined at a different time. Your teachers will give you further instructions on what excessive tardiness from lunch is, and so there will be further direction on that. But if you've been sent to lunch and you come back and your teacher says, oh, my bad, sorry, you're too late from lunch, understand that that is automatically considered skipping. So just please, when those lunch waves are dismissed and your quad is dismissed to go, please make sure that you go directly back to class. That means get the potty breaks taken care of, the water breaks taken care of, tell your boo bye and all that other kind of good stuff. But get back to class in the amount of time your teacher says to avoid any issues with skipping. All right, enough of that. Now, one of the other things I need to talk to you about, your counselors. Your counselors are always here available to talk to you, but they are definitely here before school starts, starting at 8 o'clock, so they're always available to you around 8 to, a few minutes before 9 or whatever. They're available on the stage during lunch. If you need to talk to them any other time, they have a sign on the door of the office coming in Miss Jenkins' side where you can sign up under your respective counselor's log, and they will call you up as they get to you. Now, let me say this. If it's an emergency and you need to get to the counselor right then, all you need to do is tell your teacher, hey, Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so, I really need to go talk to my counselor, please. It's an emergency, and they'll let you go, okay? But understand those counselors are here for you guys. Another thing I want to talk to you about is Remind 101, and if you would, I'm going to get the teachers to post how to actually get into the Remind 101 and sign up for your respective classes. But it's important for you guys, particularly you seniors, to get into the class of 18 and make sure that you're getting those remind messages, because as we get closer and closer to graduation, trust me, your phone will blow up. And so, you know, you will begin getting all kinds of remind messages about this is what's going on. We need to do this. We need to do that. Hey, don't forget about this deadline. So make sure you have that. But I will send that information out to all of the teachers and ask them to post that for you guys, because that's just one of our means of communication to getting things out to you guys. One other thing that I need to talk to you about, and this is important for your safety, and this is the exiting the building at the end of the day. Okay, so the 4 o'clock bell rings, woohoo, we've made it through the day, we're ready to go home. All right, well, you're either riding a bus or you're getting in a car and you're going home. All right, if you're riding a bus, the obvious place to go is the bus ramp. Please exit the building, go immediately to the bus ramp, find your bus, and get on the buses. Once everything gets settled in, we will be rolling those buses pretty quick, so there's no time to lollygag around after school. Now, this is the catch. You guys that are car riders, I need for you to please go down the spiral staircase or which other staircase you choose to go down. I don't really care how you get there, but go downstairs and you guys need to meet your ride at the student ramp, okay? I cannot, under any circumstances, allow anyone to exit out the front of the building in the circular drive out here. That is reserved for our handicapped students or special needs students who have special arrangements, and we know who those people are. Now, some of you think you're being all smart and stuff, and you're exiting through the student ramp, and you're trying to come up the hill by the flagpole and come to the circular drive. Yeah, no, that's not going to work either. Or, I've seen some people go out the bus ramp, come around the other way and come up. Don't do that, okay? I need for you, if you're riding in a car, you need to go out the student ramp and meet your ride there. This will help. Again, it's a safety issue, guys. There's crazy people in the parking lot. You might be one of them. But there are crazy people in the parking lot, and I don't want you getting run over, okay? And it just helps us expedite you getting home as well. So just please make sure you're abiding by these rules, and understand, guys, I love you guys. I'm here for you. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to come and talk to me about anything. I'm always here for you, and I will do whatever I can to help you. I hope you have an awesome year. I look forward to meeting my new 10th graders and working with you 11th and 12th graders again. And as always, love you.
Today is the last day you can get your schedule changed, and the choir needs guys in the 6th period. If you don't think you can sing, Mr. McNeil will teach you.
Basketball cheer clinics will be August 21st through 23rd from 4:30 to 6 in the CHS gym, followed by tryouts on the 24th at 4:30. You can pick up a packet near the front office.
For additional club announcements, check the in-play televisions located around campus. These have been your Red Devil TV announcements.
Have a great Red Devil Day.